being great, like phenomenal at what you do, maybe even the best at what you do, will not make you great at making the dough that you want to make, right? And now let me tell you a story. Okay, yesterday I went to this chiropractor, and this chiropractor was amazing. I've had pain in my wrist here for probably 2 years. And I'm playing tennis and I'm doing other things, push ups and things like that. And I didn't want to stop, and I have to rest every once in a while because it hurts. I also had pain in my knee. I'm like, dude, I'm getting old here. And I went to this chiropractor, and it was so amazing. This guy is this sports chiropractor. Like, he specializes in acute pain and things. And this guy took my wrist, and he's like moving it in all places. This is just to hold it where he moved it, okay? It's actually feeling much better. But he moved it like this. He did stuff. He's like, this is out of place. This is out of place. He was like so awesome. It was amazing. This guy was like this I don't know, probably 72-year-old man. I think he's got to be at least 6'3". He's like, right when he's about to adjust me, he's like, just so you know, just to warn you, you're going to hear some grunting. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. And he's like, ugh, 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 right? And I couldn't help but smile, but he was very open with me because it was kind of funny, right? He's open with me, and I was like, what's with this grunting method? Like, tell me about this grunting method. And he's like, yeah, well, I've taught this all over the world. Like, I teach, how to adjust. And like, I've tried to teach it without grunting, but it just doesn't work as well. It gives me a momentum. And it reminds me of like karate, like, ha! I don't even know what you say because I don't do karate. But like when you give power, right, you use this strength, this noise to get you to that power. So he was saying that when he does the grunting, it like gives him the strength so it doesn't hurt his body and it doesn't hurt the patient's body, and it helps give an amazing adjustment. So here he is, and he's like, it does hurt my throat a little bit, but he's like, it's worth it because it's not as hard on my body and it gets the best results. And he's like, I've tried to teach this all over the world and I taught it without grunting, but like I've never met a chiropractor, like the best chiropractors in the world. He's like, I've never met like one of the best in the world who doesn't grunt. Okay, so here's this guy, like, he's fixing me, he's doing all these things, and I've had plenty of chiropractic, and I love my chiropractor who does like the regular maintenance stuff. But for this pain, this was the first time in my life that I ever felt immediate relief. It was the craziest thing. I've had back pain, I've had hip pain, I have a ton of pain in my body throughout my life, which is like not debilitating, but it's just not comfortable. And here's this guy going like this. He must have spent an hour on me. He's having me go like this, like doing all these awesome techniques to get me to a point where like I seriously was like, oh my God, like it's been probably 3 years this has been chronic and it's gone. And then we did these side to side. He's like, this is why you're having pain. It's like from side to side. And I feel the pain going side to side with like squats. And then he starts doing all these crazy moves. Right? Checking this out, right? Like making all these shifts. And I'm like, he's like, do it again. Side to side. No pain. Okay? I came home. I told my nanny, I was like, oh my gosh, you gotta go to this guy. Like, it's amazing. Like, I'm like, oh, like it was only $65. I'm like, go to this guy, like, cause she has some back pain. She got in a car accident. I'm like, go to this guy. It's amazing. He's like, oh, and I said, you know what? Let me just pay for it. Like, I was so excited about this guy's efforts, what he did, that I got amazing results, that I was sharing it with my nanny and telling her, I'm going to pay for it. Like, I finally have a gift I could give you that I know is going to be extremely valuable. And I'm like, it's only $65. Like, let me pay for it. She's like, no, just give me his name, and she'll probably never go. Okay, hopefully she'll let me pay. Then I was talking to my personal trainer yesterday morning. So it must have been the day before that I went. But anyway, yesterday morning, and I was like, oh my God, this was the most amazing. So I'm raving, right? Raving about it. And she's like, oh, cool, that sounds amazing. Like, I could use some help. Maybe I'll go, right? So I am marketing for this guy, okay, who charges $65 for his chiropractic work, that I was like in disbelief. I couldn't believe it was that cheap because it was so incredible. And then at the end, he's like, oh, shoot, I almost charged you $6,500. Not that he almost charged, but he was like putting it in his phone. And I'm like, man, maybe it would be worth it, So he got me incredible results, and he's probably one of the best I've ever experienced, like getting me out of pain. I've never experienced that before, so it was amazing. I'm raving about him, and you might say, what does this have to do with what you said, being great? What I say exactly, being great at what you do won't make you the dough that you want, the cash that you want. And here's why I'm saying this, is because for one day, I was raving about it. Who did I talk to? 2 people. Did he ever ask me for a referral, or what I like to call an introduction? He did not. I've only gone there once, but he had an opportunity. He didn't, okay? I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying, this guy might be the best in the world. And I'm telling you, if he's charging $65 for a first visit and $50 for a second visit, he's probably not a multimillionaire. Probably not. I could be wrong, but probably not. Being great at what you do will only take you so far. Yes, you'll get referrals, and hopefully you are phenomenal at what you do. Probably if you're watching this, I attract people who are phenomenal at what you do. You being phenomenal at what you do, you being maybe even the best at what you do, will take you to be able to grow your business to some degree. But to make the money you want, to grow your business to the degree that you want, no way. I don't believe it will. In order to do that, you got to be great at something else. You got to be great at actually marketing, putting on the marketing hat to be able to drive qualified prospects into your world. You got to be great at getting people to want to talk to you, to meet with you, to work with you, because your message is so powerful, it's so compelling that it drives people to you, who are saying, hey, I want to have these conversations. And to rely on someone else to do that, who cares for one day, even if you're the best in the world possibly, to rely on someone like me to market your business for you is not going to get you to scale where you want to be. As much as it is helpful and as much as it is nice. Now, if you're not where you want to be right now, which I'm assuming you're not, because you're probably, even if you are at a good level, you want to be at a great level. And if you're at a great level, you want to be at an extraordinary level. And if you're just starting, you don't want to take years and years to figure this out yourself. But my guess is no matter whether you're okay, good, great, or extraordinary, there's always another level for you.